There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Welcome to the RobotnikIsSexy show. This is going to be RobotnikIsSexy with Pokemon battles every day, forever, until my computer breaks again. I'm going to quote-unquote predict his Among Us lead. I think it's a full-on prediction, but some people are misusing the word prediction to just mean anything. But I don't really care if they do. I just don't care. Gengar is the safest lead for his team, and it works out perfectly because I get to sub on his Spore and generally cause havoc to his Sandstorm team. And the biggest threat to my team is Forretress, honestly, because I have no Rapid Spinners, so he can pretty much mess me up pretty bad. I'm going to predict the Among Us switch in again for sure's, for reals this time, and Perish Song. Among Us is a big pain too, but honestly Forretress is a bigger deal because once I sleep fodder something like Spike the Dragonite here, Among Us really can't do anything else, so that's fine with me. And now the entry hazard war is going to begin. Skarmory is going to lay down one layer of spikes. I Thunder Wave Skarmory, making it slower than me, and giving him chances to be fully paralyzed as I set up some Stealth Rocks and a layer of spikes. As he gets up all three of his spikes, he didn't get fully paralyzed at all, so that is pretty bad, but I'm going to get really lucky here, and by lucky I mean I am going to pull something completely out of my ass. Yeah, he keeps thinking I'm going to go into Gengar, so he Gyro Balls twice. Now this makes sense. This is kind of a gridlock of prediction pants. What's going to happen next? But for some reason I felt like he's probably going to get fully paralyzed, so I switched into Rufio, the Keldeo other form thing, and he does get fully paralyzed, and I get to threaten out his Forretress. So that was massively huge, and I definitely pulled it out of my ass. If he had spun away my hazards, that would have really sucked. But yeah, he could have just gone for Gyro Ball again, and I would have resisted that, so it probably would have done a pretty nice chunk, though, because Keldeo is pretty dank fast. But that part of the battle is over. Now we're to, you know, the Jirachi Calm Minding part. And his team, let's see, I've already sleep foddered something. He's got a Skarmory, a Blissey, an Among Us, a Jellicent. All four of those I would love to set up on. I guess Skarmory would Whirlwind me, so I guess he doesn't count. And Hippowdon is the only thing that can really directly threaten me out, but yeah, now that I've set up so many Calm Minds, I can just go for Psychics and clean out his team, clean and clear under control. Pimple, Cream, and yeah, now that I've boosted my special attack so much, I can take out the biggest threat, which is Forretress, and he is going to run. That's right, the Sandstorm is raging, and so is that guy. And that's going to be the end of that match, and this is going to be a nice little underused Hail match where I lead with Pocahontas the Xatu. Set up my Light Screen and my Reflect with my Light Clay thing, and go for a Roost after that, so that's great. The thing about Hail and underused, now that it's been unbanned recently, everything is weak to fighting and rocks, so getting up double screens is kind of a really good thing. For some reason his Slowbro is going to stay in, and he's going to go for a Fire Blast. I have no idea what he was thinking. Maybe he doesn't know what Walrein does. I mean, that makes sense. I'm going to switch in Hanukkah Bush the Snover and take a Fire Blast. I actually survive it, but he's going to switch out so my Protect fails, so now Hanukkah Bush is pretty much death fodder, and my screens are pretty much pointless. And I'm gonna have to set them up again, but you know, I can do that pretty much any time I want, especially now that I have a free switch, I should say. But instead I'm going to choose to throw out Ugu-chan, the Choice Scarf, Max Special Attack Modest, Glaceon, and that Azelf took that Blizzard like a champ, but then he just explodes on me, and it only does half. Or it does more than half, but the point being is I survived from an explosion. I think Glaceon has pretty good base defense, so that really backfired on him. Speaking of backfiring, he's going to switch into his Flygon as I Blizzard with the Ice King. The secrets of ice and snow. And that is huge. Definitely, pretty obviously, it's pretty useful. So, I'm going to predict his U-turn, which is pretty ballsy, have to admit, because you know, Mind Shout could go for a high jump kick. And I would stay in Blizzard, but I know that that's a tech top by this point, so I'm going to switch into Ice King to take the Mach Punch, and I take it really well, and I go for the Earth Power, and that's Wham Bam, thank you, Mr. Empoleon out of the way. So Ice King, the Nidoking, is just doing tons and tons of work. Tons! Millions and billions of work. Yeah, I'm gonna hope he's gonna go for the same U-turn thing again, but he's too smart for that, and he's just gonna high jump kick with my Walrus in the face, which takes him out in one shot. But that does give me a free switch into Ugu-chan so I can Blizzard him, and I know from previous experience that Modest Scarf, max speed, neutral speed is enough to do the thing, which has already happened, and now I'm behind, but yeah, now we're to this part of the battle. I'm going to go for a couple Stone Edges, Death Foddering, Spin to win the Hitmontop, because he's pretty much done his job. He's going to go for the Psyshock, which is pretty smart. If I had gone into Nidoking, that would have been really bad, but I know better by this point. And, yeah, I'm going to go for an Earth Power, because, yeah, things are good, things are awesome, and, yeah, Nidoking is a boss, and when I used Blizzard before on his Flygon, even if he had gone into Slow Bro with hail damage and toxic damage, I think it probably would have been a 2-hit KO. So that was a pretty shining, brilliant, awesome moment for me. And yeah, I don't know. That team either works or it doesn't. It usually does pretty well, actually. But I haven't ran into the new Victini form yet, which can get that new electric attack, which I forget what it's called, but it does more damage than the other one, and apparently it's a really big deal. I don't really think it's a big deal, but I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be it. Comment, rate, subscribe if you want to, and that's going to be it, YouTube. I'll see you later.